Imagine, for a moment, that the secret to life on Earth did not begin here at all. What if instead, the very building blocks for life's triumphs, its dazzling complexity, resilience, and diversity, were not born in Earth's bubbling primordial seas, but were instead forged in the most inhospitable, coldest, and darkest corners of deep space, long before our planet even existed? Today, we are embarking on a journey into the heart of modern science. A journey that is not only unraveling the origins of life, but completely rewriting the story we thought we knew. For much of modern history, scientists believed that life's essential molecules must have formed exclusively on our planet, and only under very specific, rare, and perhaps miraculous conditions. The classic image is of a young Earth, battered by storms, lightning sparking over volcanic seas, conjuring up amino acids and sugars from simple chemistry. This was the idea championed by the famous Miller-Urey experiment in the mid-20th century, which simulated early Earth's conditions and produced some amino acids. For decades, this experiment stood as a cornerstone of origin-of-life research. However, a scientific revolution has quietly been brewing. Over recent years, an avalanche of discoveries from cutting-edge space telescopes, powerful laboratory simulations, and theoretical modeling is overturning the old view. There is now a growing consensus among astrochemists, those who work at the intersection of astronomy, chemistry, and biology, that the very same complex organic molecules needed to ignite life are being formed not just on Earth, but throughout the vast reaches of interstellar space. Astrochemistry, once a tiny niche, has burst into a thriving, multidisciplinary field that rewrites how we understand the universe. These scientists have learned that the universe is not empty, but filled with clouds of gas and microscopic dust grains that drift between stars. These grains, often coated in layers of frozen water and other simple molecules, act as tiny chemical laboratories. Under the influence of cosmic radiation, especially ultraviolet light, these ices trigger a cascade of chemical reactions, transforming basic atoms into surprisingly intricate molecules. As Dr. Corinne Oberg from Harvard University succinctly puts it, ice photochemistry provides a robust pathway to complex organic molecules, even in the absence of high-energy radiation. In other words, life's precursors can form quietly and efficiently even in the coldest, darkest, and most remote places in the universe, places once thought utterly barren. Let's zoom in on the kinds of molecules being discovered in these cosmic laboratories. Take acetaldehyde, a prebiotic molecule that acts as a crucial building block for larger organic structures. It can be formed on dust grains by ultraviolet irradiation of ethanol, an example of the subtle yet effective chemistry happening in space. Or consider glycerol, a sugar alcohol essential for the formation of cell membranes, the very envelopes that encase all living cells. Without glycerol, life as we know it would have no boundaries, no compartments, no way to organize itself. Then there is thioformaldehyde, a molecule containing sulfur. Its detection in regions near the center of our galaxy is a strong reminder that sulfur chemistry, often overlooked, plays a vital role in the cosmic origins of life. Sulfur, after all, is an essential component of many enzymes and vitamins in living organisms. Formamide, another molecule found in interstellar space, is especially intriguing to scientists. It is seen as a crossroads chemical, a kind of universal solvent for prebiotic reactions. Formamide has the remarkable property of being able to facilitate the formation of both metabolic and genetic building blocks, meaning it can help create both the energy systems and the information-carrying molecules necessary for life to thrive. In laboratory experiments mimicking interstellar ice, formamide shows up as a product again and again, making it a prime candidate for the origins of life. Ethanol and methylamine are two more star-born molecules worthy of mention. Methylamine, in particular, is a direct precursor to amino acids, the bricks from which all proteins, the workhorses of biology, are constructed. The discovery of methylamine in both interstellar clouds and meteorites that have fallen to Earth suggests a remarkable continuity between space chemistry and terrestrial biology. But these discoveries are not just theoretical or limited to distant nebulae. Many of these molecules have been found in meteorites and comets that have crash-landed on Earth over billions of years. Each impact may have delivered not just water, but a rich inventory of organic compounds, seeding the ancient planet with fresh ingredients for prebiotic chemistry. Catherine Altweg from the University of Bern emphasizes this point. The organic inventory of comets reveals a rich chemical heritage from the early solar system, including molecules that could have seeded life on Earth. Imagine Earth in its infancy, bombarded by icy comets and rocky meteorites, each one a cosmic delivery truck carrying water and a bounty of complex molecules. The image is as poetic as it is profound. Life's spark may have come not from within, but from far beyond. However, as compelling as this cosmic story is, it presents us with an even deeper mystery. If the ingredients for life are scattered so widely across the universe, why does living, breathing, replicating life seem so rare? Is Earth truly unique, or are we simply at the very beginning of a vast and ongoing exploration? This is where the story takes a dramatic turn. Researchers like Harold Linartz from Leiden University and Eric Herbst from the University of Virginia caution that our models are still works in progress. Laboratory experiments and advanced simulations show that these cosmic reactions can occur in the coldest environments imaginable, sometimes with little more than faint starlight and frozen surfaces to drive them. With each new tool, from the Atacama Large Millimeter Array in Chile to the James Webb Space Telescope in orbit, scientists are detecting even more molecules in places once thought completely inert. Dr. Brett McGuire of the National Radio Astronomy Observatory notes, "New observational tools like LMA and JWST are revolutionizing our understanding of the molecular complexity of interstellar space. The James Webb Space Telescope, in particular, can peer deeper into molecular clouds than any previous instrument, revealing a treasure trove of organic compounds." The more we learn, the more complex the picture becomes. Simulations of star-forming regions, especially those that combine gas and dust grain chemistry, suggest that the variety of molecules being produced is far greater than previously imagined. Gas grain simulations, as Dr. Eric Herbst explains, are essential for understanding the chemical evolution of regions where stars and planets are born, but they depend on having accurate lab data about surface reactions, the very reactions happening on those icy dust grains. All of this leads us to a profound crossroads. If prebiotic molecules are forming everywhere, why does life seem so elusive? Are the right conditions for life's next step, self-replication, metabolism, and evolution, still extraordinarily rare? Or have we simply not looked hard enough? As our telescopes and laboratory tools become ever more advanced, the next great breakthrough may finally answer the most profound question of all. Is life truly unique to Earth, or is it simply waiting to be discovered in some distant corner of the cosmos? The implications of these findings are staggering. If complex organic molecules are as common as current evidence suggests, the universe may be brimming with the seeds of life. This would mean that biology is not an isolated phenomenon, but a natural consequence of cosmic chemistry, a process likely to repeat itself wherever the right conditions are met. Think about this for a moment. The water in your glass, the sugars in your fruit, the amino acids in your muscles, all may have origins that trace back to ancient stars, dust clouds, and comets long before Earth was born. The atoms in your body are not only ancient, but cosmically connected, part of a chemical network that spans the entire Milky Way, and likely beyond. Let's look at some of the key discoveries shaping this new view. Acetaldehyde, as mentioned earlier, is one of the most important prebiotic molecules. It is not only a building block for larger organics, but also a link between simple molecules, like ethanol, and more complex ones, like sugars. In laboratory settings, researchers have been able to recreate acetaldehyde formation by simulating cosmic conditions, freezing ethanol onto dust grains, and exposing them to ultraviolet light, just as would happen in deep space. Glycerol's story is equally compelling. In Earth-based biology, glycerol is vital for constructing the lipid membranes that encase all living cells. Laboratory experiments simulating interstellar environments have shown that glycerol can form through hydrogenation of carbon monoxide ice on dust grains. This means that the basic recipe for biological membranes may have been set in motion long before there were any planets at all. Thioformaldehyde's discovery near the galactic center is a testament to the diversity of chemistry happening far from Earth. Sulfur, although less abundant than carbon or oxygen, is an essential element for many biological processes. Its presence in cosmic molecules hints at the rich possibilities for sulfur-based life or prebiotic chemistry elsewhere in the galaxy. Formamide, with its unique ability to facilitate both metabolic and genetic processes, highlights the importance of universal solvents and chemical crossroads in prebiotic chemistry. In the laboratory, formamide has been shown to encourage the formation of nucleobases, the very letters of the genetic alphabet, under realistic cosmic conditions. Ethanol, a simple enol, represents a bridge between very basic and more complex molecules, showing how small steps can lead to large leaps in chemical evolution. Methylamine, a precursor to amino acids, has been detected both in interstellar clouds and in meteorites that have landed on Earth. This dual presence strongly suggests that the path from space chemistry to terrestrial biology is not just possible. It is likely. But perhaps the most exciting developments are yet to come. With each new scientific tool, we are able to probe further, detect smaller and more complex molecules, and map their distribution across entire molecular clouds. The upcoming extremely large telescope, along with next-generation space observatories, will offer astronomers unprecedented sensitivity and resolution. These instruments will allow us to detect molecules that are even smaller, more fragile, or rarer than was previously thought possible, opening up new chapters in our search for life's origins. One particularly tantalizing possibility is the detection of chiral molecules, those that come in left-handed and right-handed forms, much like your own hands. All known life on Earth uses left-handed amino acids. If scientists observe an excess of one hand over the other in interstellar space, it could be a cosmic fingerprint for life-friendly processes, and perhaps even a signature of universal biology. As Dr. Corinne Oberg emphasizes, ice photochemistry provides a robust pathway to complex organic molecules, even in the absence of high-energy radiation. This means that planets forming around distant stars could be seeded with the building blocks for life right from the start, setting the stage for biology to emerge wherever the conditions allow. But the story does not end with academic curiosity. The discoveries made by astrochemists have practical impacts right here on Earth. Laboratory methods developed to simulate interstellar chemistry are inspiring innovations in new materials, pharmaceuticals, and environmental science. The search for prebiotic molecules has revolutionized how we study and address chemical pollution, showing new ways to break down or neutralize harmful compounds. Moreover, this field is a shining example of international collaboration. Astronomers, chemists, physicists, and engineers from every continent are working together, pooling resources and expertise to decode the universe's most profound mysteries. The work done in one laboratory in the Netherlands, for example, can inform telescope observations in Chile, which in turn can spark new theoretical models in the United States or Japan. Let's not overlook the cultural and philosophical impact. The idea that life's chemistry is universal, not unique to Earth, forces us to rethink our place in the cosmos. It reminds us that we are not isolated, but deeply interconnected with the wider universe. The atoms in our bodies, the molecules in our food, the water in our oceans, all may have traveled across vast distances, participated in countless cycles, and been shaped by processes that began long before Earth's formation. Dr. Harold Linartz from Leiden University highlights this perspective. Atom addition reactions on interstellar ice analogs are key to understanding the formation of prebiotic molecules in cold environments. These reactions, simple on the surface, are the very foundation for building complexity from chaos, order from randomness, a process mirrored in everything from the birth of stars to the emergence of life itself. Let's take a step back and consider the timeline. The universe is nearly 14 billion years old. Stars, planets, and galaxies have come and gone. In the early days, only the simplest elements, hydrogen and helium, existed. It was only through the life and death of stars that heavier elements like carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and sulfur were forged. These elements, scattered by supernovae, became the raw materials for future generations of stars and planets, and, ultimately, for life. But beyond the science, there is a profound message for all of us. The study of astrochemistry is not just about distant stars and abstract molecules. It is about our shared origins, our place in the universe, and the connections that bind us to everything else. It challenges us to see ourselves as part of a much larger story, one that stretches back to the birth of stars, forward to the future of humanity, and outward to the very edges of the known universe. Here's a secret you might not know. The very sugars and alcohols that enable life on Earth, like glycerol, have already been found in interstellar clouds, light years away from our solar system. They are not Earth's alone. If the universe has seeded countless worlds with these same molecules, then we are all, in a very real sense, children of the stars. If this journey into the chemistry of life among the stars has sparked your curiosity, let us know in the comments. Do you believe life is out there, waiting to be discovered? Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into